This is where we have reached in the process of verifying the user account, and that is the sending the verification email. The next step is that when a user clicks on the link that has been sent, we are going to take that token for verification. So it means that we are done with this one also, because the user can now click on the link in his or her email address as you see on the screen. So as soon as the user click on this link, we are going to take the token, which is this. But before we get into that, we can also implement something here. And that is, before sending the email token, we can check if the user email exists. So let's go ahead and then do that. In the users controller for email sending token, which is this one, we can check before sending the email. So here I will say, or even before generating the token, we will say that check if user email exists. And lucky for us, we have it on the user.email. So in case we don't have one, then we're going to throw an error. Now let's focus on the account verification controller. Let's look at the logic one more time. The whole logic is that we don't know the login user, either by the email or ID or whatever. We don't know that user. All what we know is the token. That token represents that user. That is why you see it being saved in our database as you saw in the previous video. So we are going to find that user by that token. Let me show you one more time in this particular user. As you can see here that we have the token here. So we are going to create a controller to check if we have a token on this property called account verification token. Then it means that this is a valid user. Then we can go ahead and verify the user account. So let's continue. We are going to implement the controller in the users controller, and this is for the account verification email. So here I'm gonna copy this comment, and down here is going to be supposed to be verify user account. So here as verify email account token. Yeah, and this is for the actual verification of the user account. So here I will say verify, and as always async handler and our callback function. So let's look at the steps. First step is that we have to get the token that a user is sending. And from there, we are going to convert the token to actual token that has been saved in our DB. And next step is that we're going to find the user. And last step is that update the user field to account is verified or any property that we want to update. But before that, let's go ahead and then create a route for it so that we can test it. So back to the router for the users, we're going to have one for the, and here I'm going to make use of verify-account. And here I'm going to use the token or verify token. All right, so now let's go ahead and then test this controller. So in here, let's log or just send something like message, and you will say that verification controller. All right, so let's try out. I'm gonna duplicate this verify account. Don't be confused with the email account here. So let me change this one to verify account token. And here the endpoint is, let me check the endpoint. It is called verify account. And then / any token and send. All right, I think I'm calling different one. I got this one, so let me check. Oh, I have to use the actual controller as verify email account, like that. You can maintain this or you can change the name. Don't be confused with these two controllers. One is for sending the token and one is for verifying the actual account. All right, so now let me try out. As you can see, the controller is working. So let's go ahead and then implement the logic. First step is that we have to get the token as const, the structure from rec.params, as we have been doing, and here as verify token. If you go ahead and then log the verify token, let's see, try, and then in the console, we have it as that. So let's go ahead and then verify the user account, send, and to avoid going into our email account, we are going to send the token to the user. And after we are done with the implementation, then we will send that one to the user's email address. So here in the verify account here, which is this, let me send the token back to the user as token here so that we can test our controller. Let me try again, and now we have the token. So I'm going to take this token and then come here and provide the actual token here and send. And in the terminal, we have the token. Next step is that we are going to take this token and convert to the token that has been saved in our DB so that we can find the user. Now let's cross check. Compare this token, which is this, and the one that has been saved in our DB. Let's cross check, which is this one. Have you seen that this is different from this? So in this case, if you are trying to find this user by this token, it will say that user not found. That is why we are going to convert to the actual token using the crypto package. So let me close these guys, and now let's convert that. So here I will say crypto token, which is equal to crypto package. Let me check the auto import. We don't have it here as const. Crypto is equal to require the crypto package. It's going to be crypto.create hash. And then we pass in the SHA-256, which is this one, and then dot update, then pass in the token that we got upon generating. In this case, it is called verification token. I think, yeah, this one. Good. Next step is that we have to use what is called digest, and then provide the hex. And that is it. So with this one, if I log this token, it will be the same as the one that has been saved in our DB. Let's go ahead and then do that. Let me send to the user as that. And let me also log it as crypto token rather. This one. Yeah. So now let me try. We got the token here. Likewise here. And if you check in our DB, you're going to see the token, which is the same as this one. Now let's check. This token and this token, they are the same. Awesome. So now we can find this user by this token. Did you get it? Yes. So let's get into it. And here we're going to find the user. And it's going to be as await the user model dot find one. We use find one because we're going to find the user by using other properties apart from the ID. So for find one, we can use the ID or any property. But for our case, we're going to use what is called the account verification token. So as an object, then specify the field as account verification token. Because if you check on the model, this is where the value of the token is. Let me cross check one more time. As you can see, this is the field. So let's continue. And then we're going to find by the crypto token. Now with this one, let me assign to a variable called user found, which is equal to that. And if you log the user found, let's see. Let me try again. In the console, we got the user. Awesome. But for this one, we can improve it. We want to expire the token. As soon as a token is generated, we have a date that's going to expire. So if you check it on the user here, we have what is called account verification expires. This is the date. So upon finding or fetching the user, we are going to check if the token has expired. So here we're going to pass in one more query here, and it goes like this: account verification expires. And here we're going to use MongoDB operators by using $sign and then the GT, meaning greater than. If it is more than the current time or date, so here as date.now. Then we will say that if there is no user found, then we will say that token has expired. So for this, unless these two queries matches before the user can be found. So in here, we will say that throw new error, and you will say that account verification token expires. Otherwise, we will go ahead and then update the user. So for this one, let's see. Let me send and check, and we have the user here, meaning that it is not expired. If the user passes all these stages to this place, then we know that indeed this is the right user. Therefore, we can go ahead and then update the user. All what we want to update is this property called is email verified, which is somewhere here, which is this one, is email verified. We're going to change this one to true. So let's bring in the user found. On that, we have what is called is email verified. And we're going to change that one to true. And also, we want to reset the property on the user for the token and then the date it will expire. So here it's going to be as this: user found dot account verification token, we will say nar, and then user found dot account verification expires, also nar. And lastly, resave the user as await user found dot save, and the message goes like account successfully verified. Awesome. So now let's try out. Before we try out, let's create a post, and I believe you're going to see the kind of error: action denied, email not verified. So now let's go ahead and then verify the user email, which is this. Now if I hit send, as you can see, we got verification expires. So let me go ahead and then generate the token again because the time has passed. So now let me send the token again. I got it, copy that back to the verification and then replace with this and send. As you can see, account verified. And if I create a post, what do you expect? Now I can create a post. Awesome, guys. All right, so let's continue in the next video.